So, Xbox's Project Helix might have a disk drive. Oh, this changes things, don't it? So, while there's a possibility lingering out there, I think Xbox needs to listen to me here. Xbox, listen, okay? You're already losing badly. You're laying off over 3,000 people. Okay? Shutting down studios, selling studios, losing money. You want to win the next war? Make sure Project Helix has a disk drive, or at least an optional disk drive, and continue to print discs. I know you see what's going on. If you do not, I think the collective of gamers in majority would agree that this would be extremely stupid of you not to include a disk drive. It needs a disk drive. And it needs to be able to play discs. And if they want to convert discs to digital, fine. And you need to keep printing discs. You hear me? Okay. Rumor from PureXbox.com. Xbox still evaluating whether Project Helix will support physical discs. Let me tell you something. You hear that? Still evaluating? You shouldn't be still evaluating anything. What's happening to Sony right now should have scared the ish out of you to make sure. This came out yesterday. July 1st, the backlash began. That should have been your decision date, okay? Because apparently the suits at Sony don't have their thumb on the pulse of the fandom. They didn't see this backlash coming. And neither did you, if this rumor is true, about you still evaluating. It's an open and shut case, Johnson. It reportedly hasn't been fully finalized yet. Oh. There's obviously been a lot of talk over the past few days about Sony's decision to cease discs for PlayStation consoles as of 2028. And some people have been urging Xbox to not make the same mistake in the process. Yeah, I think it would be detrimental and absolutely stupid of them. It's like, okay, you're already last behind Sony and Nintendo. How much further last do you want to be? You know, there's levels of last, you know? Yeah, like Sony could be here and you could be here. Or Sony could be here and you could be here. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on. It's been a belief for a while now that Xbox's next console, Project Helix, won't include a disk drive out of the box. But apparently, that still hasn't been fully finalized yet. At least according to a report from The Verge last week. Now, this is what I'm thinking. Look, if they both were deciding to go all digital, the decision can be made very quickly. They have the money to continue to print discs. This isn't going to be a problem for them. And Microsoft is $1 trillion company, so, you know, like, come on. And, you know, what? Sony's a multi-billion-dollar company. They should be fine. Okay? Like, just not going to be a problem with this. And all you have to do is if the original consoles, because y'all just knew everything was going to go digital and you were fine with it, all you have to do is make sure you have a disk drive, a disk drive that we can plug right into it to play the games on the side. That's fine. That's fine. But you better make sure we have a disk drive option and you keep making discs. Because the gamers ain't going to forget. And Sony, when you release the first commercial, a state of play for the PS6 it will be destroyed with downvotes. And the peak, I'm telling you, the way things are going, they ain't gonna forget. They're not gonna forget. You are cruising for financial bruising. Quote, I understand Microsoft hasn't fully finalized whether the next generation Xbox, codenamed Project Helix, will ship with a built-in disk drive. This is particularly interesting mention from The Verge, as others have been reporting that Helix almost certainly would ship with a built-in disk drive. Really? Wouldn't ship. But yeah, I was going to say, that's what I heard, that it wouldn't. Windows Central Jez Corden was one of those people, for example, who took to the Xbox 2 podcast recently to suggest Microsoft appears to be reevaluating how they handle the situation around physical disc. I love the corporate speak. Right now we are reevaluating whether we want to move forward with continuing to print discs or not. In other words, we're scared as what is happening to Sony, and we're trying to figure out how we can reverse course because we was going the same way. We're going to try to get the disc out to you. Trust me on that. Although he's still of the belief that a built-in disk drive is unlikely for Project Helix. Like I said, as long as I have an option to attach one that works seamlessly and you continue to print discs, I'm good. Quote, Tom Warren in the article on The Verge, that nothing has been decided for Helix yet. Things had been decided for Helix previously. Things had been decided for Helix previously. However, Tom and more up-to-date information that Microsoft is now seeing what might be possible about Helix with regards to discs. I went and tried to update my information, and it does seem like indeed they are trying to figure out what they can do here before they fully commit to the death of physical discs. Look, Xbox, I'm not going to lie to you. Over the past several years, I've been like, man, I don't know if Xbox can ever come back. However, in the past few days, people have started to look at Nintendo. Of all companies, Nintendo as a damn hero for having something tangible. Those cartridges, which sometimes have the full game on them, and sometimes it's just a key. It's a cartridge key to download it. But they have something tangible. And by the way, just people out there, they're making excuses. Oh, the games, they don't fit on the discs anymore. They're so big now. Not all of them are that big. And the ones that are real big, you can put on multiple discs. Okay? So stop with that. You know what I mean? We might as well go, they can't fit on. I guess they can. They can fit on multiple discs. Remember back in the day with VHS tapes? Y'all remember that? When like really long movies like the 10 Commandments would come on 2 VHS tapes? People were fine with it, weren't they? All right then. And even a gigantic movie like Zack Snyder's Justice League came on 2 Blu-rays, I believe, right? I didn't open mine. I kept it in the cellophane. It's nice and pristine. Again, as mentioned, Corden doesn't think a disk drive will ship as standard with Project Helix, but perhaps a separate add-on could be available for consoles that would read discs instead. And then, look, you want to be a hero like Nintendo's being looked at, but even bigger, make sure you have a disk drive and you're still printing discs, okay? It's also worth noting that the Verge report was mainly about a disc-to-digital feature that's said to be working at Xbox right now, allowing you to convert your physical collection of games into digital licenses. Are they doing this because they know discs won't be produced? Yeah, of course. Of course. They knew. For what it's worth, we polled you about this question a few days ago with 49% of pure Xbox voters suggesting that Helix will likely support an optional add-on disk drive at best. You can see the results from them. Well, word was that Sony with the PS6 was going to have a disk drive that sat to the side. So it was going to be, have a cord that you ran to it. Okay. So it might not ship with one, but you can, with it built into it, but you can still get one to play your discs. But now people know the jig is up. Hey, you better start, it's not start. Just continue printing discs. That's all you gotta do. That's all you gotta do, and you're good to go, Sony. But this ain't going away no time soon. And I could see gamers making a whole couple of years of this. I really could. So you've already seen what's happening with all of the propaganda in Hollywood right now, right? The modern audience crap, the woke crap, the DEI crap. You see what's going on with that. The fans haven't stopped talking about it. And Hollywood and yourselves, because of the games you've been putting out, have been losing money. Go ahead. See who outlasts who. Because the gamers, I remember seeing something before on the Nature Channel. Because I watched Discovery and other nature channels and PBS growing up as a kid. And I always remember this as a kid. The wild dogs in Africa are very good hunters. Not because they're extremely powerful, but it's because their stamina is longer than any other predator out there, pretty much. So they will chase a gazelle for miles until it just tires out. And then they'll just eat it alive. Sony, do not become the gazelle. And don't make the gamers into African dogs. Because they're going to chase you until the ends of the earth. Until you continue to print discs. I'm telling you, I've been on this social media for like 13, 14 years. I know how they are with companies. Go ahead. Do it if you want to. Proceed to all digital if you want to. But I don't see it working out for you. It might. I see there being a tiny, slim, possible. Actually, I can't even see it. But I always like to calculate some type of possibility in there. I really don't see it working out for you. Just stop. Stop. Okay? Keep printing the disc. 10 million subscribers.